anglers have a dream water they want to fish, and me and Mark are quite fortunate that that opportunity arose for us, and we jumped at it, you know, happy, dancing around when this opportunity came available. We were both buzzing, and so yeah, here we are at Wraysbury 1. We're here at the Forces Carp Classic, and we went and did all our COVID checks, and the event is run absolutely amazing by Russ Marsh and Tim Gray, and they do it for some great charities, which is the BLESMA charity and the Great Ormond Street Hospital charity. And so yeah, these guys are providing a great event for all of us guys that are on the lake today, and also providing the funding for some great causes. So that's something that we're really proud to be a part of. So on arrival and getting through the COVID checks and registration, we had a few hours to do some watercraft, and that was to walk around the North Lake and South Lake and see if we could see any nice features, get the polarizers on and just check the margins for any fish, and just have the best recce we could get of the both lakes. Since a short time it was quite difficult, and a lot of people had tired legs walking around. But yeah, so after a couple of hours we got around the North Lake. It seemed quite weedy. There was a really load of high silkweed in the North Lake on the west bank of it, I think, and so that really kind of put us off. And I know that the North Lake has some amazing fish stock in there. I mean, it's Mike's Pet and Single Scale, which recently come out from one of the bailiffs, so we heard, and it's just, you know, it's a very appetizing lake to fish. But after we walked around and we did our watercraft on the South Lake, we noticed that the back of the wind, which at the time I think it was a northeasterly wind, and the lake just seemed to have a lot of more moving fish there, and we found a point on our where we liked, and it was Finger Bay, which was peg 11 for the FCC competition. So we got back to the main area, and Russ and Tim had got everyone nicely spaced apart, 2 meters apart, where all the pairs were out on the lawn, and they had a nice big megaphone, and they was shouting out for all those pairs to come and do the draw. And fortunately enough, we were third out the bag. Something that me and Mark never thought that was going to be possible. I mean, you know, you walk around the lakes and you pick your 10, 15 best swims, but realistically you could come last out and you just get the swim that you've got. But you know, we got what we wanted. So, and we see a lot of fish in this bay moving around, sort of in the high surfaces. I thought it'd be worth giving this a shot, really. And it was the most sheltered part of the South Lake. So, and with the winds still being a little bit chilly, it kind of made sense that we hide in here, and I think it would be good for a bit of a morning bite. So we got here. You wouldn't have seen there's any filming while we're setting up, because we literally I think we got in the swim around 6 to 6:30, I'm not sure, after sort of unloading the van, getting them on the barrow and getting the barrow over to the swim, which you know, as it's a competition, we were mounding the barrows up, and it was just try and get to the swim as quick as possible. Excitement was just overload. So when we got here, where we decided that we would try some charities over near some snags, and it kind of paid off. But I ended up at about 4 o'clock in the morning on my left rod. We caught a nice little tench. It was only about 3 or 4 pounds, but it might not be the fish we're looking for, but at least we know that spot is presenting, considering it was just like a chuck in the evening, just to try and get a rod on out there and fish it. It's a lovely tench, that, Steve.
Nice tench.
Very nice tench.
Shame it's not carp.
Shame it's not carp, but you know, you're doing the right job. Let's have a look. Very nice.
Lovely colour.
Very nice. Well done. So we've come to see Steve and Sam, and Steve's had the same look as myself. First fish is a tench, but the rod went off. Well, you see it on camera maybe, but it actually went like a carp for a start. A bit like my bite was earlier, what, 4 o'clock this morning. But as always, if he's got a tench on that, that means he's presenting, and as we know, tench can be picky eaters and carp, so fingers crossed that spot produces for Steve later on. Well, it's Saturday morning now, and so far we've had a pretty uneventful success, really. Well, we haven't really done nothing, have we? We've done nothing, Mark. We've done a tench. We've done a tench. But last night, 2 o'clock this morning, early hours this morning, 2 AM, had a little bit of a drop back, and due to the excitement and obviously desperation of wanting to catch a nice Wraysbury carp, come bursting out the bivvy just to find not a lot going on. And I think about 5 o'clock this morning, the swans decided to test out my bite alarms, and I come bursting out the bivvy door. I mean, I've got to give it to the Nash double tops. They do know how to make some bivvy doors without them ripping zips. Fair play. But yeah, no, we're going to try some more today. We've tried probably 3 or 4 different spots for fish over the last 3 days, and I'm going to go back to the spot we caught the tench on and put a bit more bait in, try and get the spot out there, try not catch any trees, and hopefully, I think we've probably got, what, 36 hours left of the event, and hopefully we can get one on the bank, fish on the bank as they say, and hopefully Sam and Steve, I know earlier you would have seen Steve caught a tench as well while I was around there doing some filming. So, and I know that those boys have got carp next door to them in Peg 34. That's where the big carp's been coming out on that lake, the North Lake. So Steve and Sam are really in for a chance to be able to get a big one on the bank. So hopefully we'll try some more tactics, some different changes today, and fingers crossed we can produce something.
Just give you a quick rundown on the places where I've been fishing. My right hand rod has been predominantly fished over towards the tree over there. It's surrounded by quite a lot of snags. It's around about 15 wraps. The presentation that I decided to use was a chod rig, just for the main reason that I wasn't sure if I was getting a completely solid drop. At least a chod rig will present over low-lying weed, and you know, you always got a good chance to be fishing efficiently with a chod. And for my left hand rod, I was just fishing to the right hand side of the island there. It's around about 15 wraps again, and again the presentation I decided to use a chod rig. We've got quite a few marginal spots around here as well that we've also tried to bait, but checking them every morning and whatnot, you know, it's just clear that the fish are not interested in the bait that we're putting in. I don't think it's anything to do with the bait that we're using or the tactics that we're using. I think it's just a case of that there are a lot of lines in the water. The pressure is absolutely sky high, which is never good for carp fishing. There's a cold easterly wind as well. There's been a northerly wind as well, but it's just been in pretty tough conditions really.
So that's it. That's the horn. That signals the end of the event. I would just like to give a big congratulations to John Button and Gordon Skillen. They had 3 fish out, weights of 38.10. That was the fish one. The second fish come in at 31 pound 14s. The third fish would come in at 29 pounds and 2 ounces, giving them a grand total of 99 pounds 10 ounces. So a massive well done to them. Also a massive well done to the second guys that come close in there, was Mark Jarvis and Jason Verney, and a totaling weight of 57 pounds 15 ounces with another 3 fish. After that, there was 4 other pegs that also caught fish, those also being sort of single catchers. And yeah, big congratulations to anyone that's came to the event and managed to get a carp on the bank. We've only had the success of our one little Terry the Tench, and yeah, it's been a great experience to be a part of it. We're proud to be able to come here and participate in the FCC 2021 at Wraysbury. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it.